How do you alter vintage clothes with old fabric? Imagine holding a piece of history in your hands and wanting to make it fit just right or look fresh. That's what altering vintage clothes with old fabric is all about. It's a way to keep the charm of vintage styles alive while making them suit your modern needs. First, look at the garment carefully. Check the seams inside to see how much extra fabric there is. Vintage clothes often have generous seam allowances, which means you can let them out or take them in without changing the shape too much. If the piece is too tight, gently unpick the seams to release some fabric. If it's too loose, pin the excess and sew new seams. Adding darts is a simple way to improve fit. Darts are small folds sewn into the fabric that shape the garment around your body. They work well around the waist, bust, or back and can give a vintage piece a more tailored look. Reshaping or replacing sleeves is another option. You can remove worn or damaged sleeves and use the old ones as patterns to cut new sleeves from leftover fabric. This lets you add a different texture or color for a fun twist. When changing necklines or hems, consider sewing on facings. These are fabric pieces sewn inside the edges to keep everything neat and prevent fraying, especially with delicate vintage fabrics. You can also use old fabric from other vintage garments or scraps to patch holes or reinforce weak spots. Sewing techniques like French seams or bias tape finishing help keep the inside of the garment clean and durable. It's important to stay true to the original style and silhouette of the vintage piece. Big structural changes might take away from its historical charm. If you're unsure, working with a tailor experienced in vintage clothing can be a big help. They know how to respect the fabric and design while making adjustments. Using old fabric from other vintage clothes or leftover pieces is a smart way to personalize your wardrobe while being eco-friendly. It's a creative way to breathe new life into vintage fashion eras and keep those retro styles looking fresh and unique. Remember, patience and gentle handling are key when working with old fabric, but the results can be truly rewarding.